Yo, what up? Hello everyone, good evening. We're doing more games from 2017, a long time ago. But I'm hoping that we can get through some more of the good old games from that era. I have quite a few games I bought during that time. I'm hoping to get through more of them for you. Tonight we're doing Orwell. If I'm not mistaken, Orwell is kind of like an investigative mystery game where you have to sift through various entities. I think you're as part of you're an agent, I think, within the government. I'm not too sure actually, but something to do with political drama, something like that. So there's going to be, anyway, enough jabbering. We're going to try and get into it. Maybe we'll find out more as we play, but this is me. I made a quick profile, started a little bit of it just to try it out, just to make sure it's working. It seems to be working, so we're going to get into it. Let's go. I am keen. You guys can hear me? Yep, I'm testing. 1, 2. Oops, this one. There we go. There we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. 1, 2. 1, 2. There we go. I hope everyone can hear me. Yeah. Testing. 1, 2. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Ree. How are ya? Thanks for dropping in, man. I'm continuing pretty much a marathon of old games from 2017, so I'm glad you're here. I was just sort of explaining to, I guess the concept of this game is a little bit hard to explain, but anyway, we'll get into it. Konjac is apparently about to sleep. That's all right. Please say hello to Konjac for me as well. Send my regards. And tell Konjac please have a good rest. Hopefully I can catch Konjac on another stream. Again, Konjac can always catch me on YouTube, the replays and whatnot. So, or Twitch, if you're into that, or if you're sort of more inclined to go on Twitch. I think YouTube is a bit better in terms of accessibility for most people. So, but anyway, I'm jabbering. Yeah, please send my regards to Konjac. Yeah. All right, we're gonna get into it. So this is me, profile 1. Isoleaf days on duty. I haven't done much work, to be honest. But yeah, again, like I said, this was kind of like a political drama, sort of an investigation. I think from the perspective of someone who is in the government. I'm not too sure. But this is sort of my guessing supervisor, Siamese. And it's kind of cool, like this game has a lot of detail, especially with, even the ID numbers. It's got ID numbers. I mean, what kind of game goes to that length? That's crazy, right? It says drag and drop all data chunks from the police database into profile to upload them. So I went into the reader, had a look at this website, which is kind of like the national, what is it called? The National Beholder. Sort of like a journalistic, what's like a journal website basically. Well, here you go, the leading newspaper of the nation. The nation being the community that this game is sort of explicitly talking about. I feel like the nation is a clan. It sounds like a clan, obviously, but I think it's referring to the people, right, of this particular community. So, and its motto is pretty straightforward: fast, precise, and honest. Which, as you know, it's probably a result of technology, trying to get news across very quickly. I liked how it tries to go for a realistic tone. You can kind of see how we have an ad, you have pictures, just like a normal article journal website. 2017, April 13, movie shooting completed. So it's talking about a movie, nothing crazy. I think I remember reading something like this. Yeah. So fans have speculated that this was largely due to the breakdown of Hollywood power couple Betty Avon and Mike McDeal, who have had long quarrels during the filming as a result. One production hand was reported to say that these spats were getting out of control. Nothing crazy. I don't think there's anything particularly. This is the main thing. So bomb obliterates Freedom Memorial and kills 3. This is like the main. Like before I started the game, there was like a little cutscene, which was actually was really well done. But it shows people getting, basically there was a terrorist attack of some sort. And in the article talks about like, on Wednesday evening, an explosive device detonated at the Freedom Plaza. 3 people were killed, 5 bystanders were wounded. And then they believe it was an act of terror. Okay. The explosive device was homemade and triggered from a short distance using cell phone signal. And then several hours earlier, there was an anonymous letter containing the first 3 stanzas of the German folk song, Die Gedanken sind frei, the thoughts are free. So this is obviously dealing with terrorism. You can see also that there is some political strife happening in particular parts of the area. And there were some peace negotiations trying to occur. Unfortunately, these have been, haven't been successful. So it's caused thousands of people to resume demonstrations. Okay, so like they're taking to the streets. But more than that, they're doing things that are causing a lot of chaos in the streets. So if we go to the police database, it's trying to teach us how to establish connections within the system, right? So we go to the database, which I'm assuming, so I don't think I'm a police, I'm possibly an FBI, but we'll get into that. So this is Cassandra, arrest date, charges, why did Cassandra get arrested? It was because of an assault on a police officer. Then there was a report. So what do I do? I just drag her profile over and I can upload it, I believe. Oh, I've already done that. Okay. So if we get into it, there's not much we can do at the moment, but we can read the reports. The suspect was arrested on site after official Franklin had been struck by an unknown object. Officer Franklin had been struck by an unknown object and became unresponsive. The protesters at the origin of the assault were forcibly moved, where the suspect was found kneeling and weeping on the ground. When asked to lay on the ground with their hands behind the back, the suspect cooperated immediately. So, yeah. Trying to figure out. Oh, sorry. Upload complete. Oh, okay. So that was the picture. I see these are data chunks. All right. Very good. Pictures and names are crucial information for Orwell today. Oh. 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 So Orwell is a person? Oh, it sounds like a system. Pictures and names are crucial information for the system to identify a person, right? Information in documents can only become a data chunk when it can clearly be assigned to a target person. Add the reason for Miss Watergate's prior arrest that has just been unlocked. We will need this info. So the reason she got arrested was because she has tried to assault an officer, right? Now, good. With the data you extracted from the police record, a new document can be accessed. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you believe in coincidence? I do not. Find data revealing where she attacked the police officer, and you will see what I mean. The protesters at the origin of the assault were forcibly moved, where the suspect was found kneeling and weeping on the ground. When asked to lay on the ground with their hands behind their back, where would it say that? Oh wait, hang on. Is this woman a terrorist? The woman allegedly injured a police officer 2 weeks ago. Simple protester or anti-government terrorist. So if we read it, it's highlighting this information, this data chunk for us. The incident occurred during a rampage at the Freedom Plaza. Okay, the exact same location as the assault. Then she turns up there right before the explosion? Surely not a coincidence. As you know, Miss Watergate is still running around freely. We should find out why. We should also gather more information on her. I want to know who we're really dealing with. Oh. Oh, Konjak, hey. Oh, thanks for joining. You're so nice. I thought you were going to sleep. But I appreciate dropping. I really do. Thank you so much. Anyway, I hope if you are, this might be a relaxing thing for you anyway. So if my voice puts you to sleep, then then so be it. But thank you for dropping in on your phone in the dark. That is two amazing things that I feel a lot of people need to do more. Phone, dark. Sets up the mood of the place. Sets up the mood of the sleep, I guess. Very well. Maybe people do that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just making stuff up. People do that. People go on phones in the dark. What am I talking about? I do that as well. But I usually do it before I go to bed. I usually watch YouTube videos and ASMR stuff. Anyway. So yeah, thank you for joining. I really appreciate you. But we need to continue. So Cassandra, who was an artist by profession, has denied the accusations completely. That kind of makes sense. It wouldn't really check out if, well, I guess it would, because an artist is by nature rebellious. But where would this data chunk go? So occupation, fair enough. Oh yes, one who does street art by blowing memorials to pieces by any chance? Okay, great. You have found another document. Before we go on, let's clarify your job and how it affects mine, shall we? You have extracted all the information I already know about Miss Watergate. Starting now, I'm going into this case blind. The Orwell Ethical Codex dictates that investigators like yourself are the only ones... so I'm an investigator. Are the only ones allowed to access the documents of target persons. The Orwell Ethical Codex dictates. So, what? That's a big question mark right there. What is that? Advisors like me only get to see... advisors like me, so he's an advisor, get to see the data provided by the investigators. We will then draw conclusions and request action. Your primary job is to provide information you deem important. Primary job is to provide information you think is important. So it's about choosing. It's a decision-making kind of job. You have to essentially figure out, sift through all the, useless information, find out what is actually going to be good for a case. Never give away incorrect or misleading data. You may hit disable on a data chunk you do not want to pass on to a well. However, some data chunks might be necessary to progress onto a case. So if we continue, can we continue? No, we look at the portfolio. So this is her portfolio, which talks a bit more about her. And it's, oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute. Cassandra's gallery. Oh, the cute cutie. Beloved furball Kiko. Coincidences are not real. Hey, Ricky Peter, good to see you still. Yeah, thank you so much. Coincidences are not real. They're choices we've purposely made but don't realize it was on purpose. Coincidences are not real. They're choices we've purposely made but don't realize it was on purpose. That's interesting. I like to argue that, but I won't. I won't. But I think I see where you're coming from. Because let's face it, we have to make choices based on our situation. But maybe we make them so subconsciously. Like we don't classify them as a decision. It's just how we perceive it as part of the natural being or the natural order of things, so to speak. But yeah, this game is going to be one of those deep games. This game is going to be one of those deep games. I feel like we're going to be going. Anyway, this is Cassandra's portfolio. It says, "Hi, I'm Cassie, a colorful inhabitant of Wonderland right beyond the rainbow. Glad you found me. Finally found the courage to quit my dull day job, focusing on my art career, and put my stuff on portfolio. Below you will find a handpicked selection of my latest works. This is the what do you call it? Accused terrorist, right? Below you will find a handpicked selection of my latest works. You can browse through them by clicking the arrows on the left and right side of the pictures below. See something you like? Leave a message. Why, of course you do, because it's freaking awesome. Leave a message on my UTEL account, the Cassie92. Tell me which piece you like. I'm going to make a fine art print and ship it right away. Best thing, free of charge. Now go have fun." So, alright, let's have a quick look at this before we start selecting data chunks, right? Here we have a picture of, now here we have a picture of her, the businessman's forgotten daughter, or victim of traditionalism in pink. What do you think? This one is a Christmas present from my darling. This was actually meant to be a private piece, but oh well, I'd have a hard time keeping it. Alright, so we're going to choose the right data chunks. So what happens if we just, let's see. I don't think this is important, but I do think maybe quit my dull day job, focus on my career. I don't know if that's useful. Hi, interesting. We should find out what the job was. Yeah. Wait, what is all this stuff though? Like, anyway, like, do these symbols mean anything? Are we just trying to take notes? I believe it's like step by step, probably. Leave a message there. So that could be important, right? Oh, good. You found a chat handle to allow us to overhear any conversation. The listener has now been unlocked. New conversations will appear whenever they are started. So, oh, maybe it is important. I don't know. What does that represent? Anyway, let's go this one. Christmas present for my darling. So obviously, yeah, in a relationship, that makes sense. The businessman's forgotten daughter. So that could fit in. Oh, so she's part of a. She might be rich. So she might have access to money. Okay, I guess the game is telling me I need to choose this. So let's see what happens when we choose what is seemingly a useful Oh, I thought that was a metaphor. I don't know why. So you're under the impression that I wonder if Miss Watergate is really living in Wonderland. Somehow I doubt that. Call it intuition. People's lives are hanging in the balance here. What if you pass me something I cannot identify as wrong so easily? What if you pass me something I cannot identify as wrong so easily? You have to got to be more careful next time around. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was a metaphor for some reason. Assault an officer? I thought we already got that one. Anyway. By the way, State of Decay is ready for whenever you're free. Maybe... Oh, that's good. That's good. Awesome. I don't know if we'll do it today. I didn't have any plans to. However, if you're free tomorrow, if you're free tomorrow, Wednesday, it'd be great to, yeah, it'd be good to do State of Decay with you. I've got that installed as well, ready to go. Have you tried any of it yet? Ricky says, maybe her Utel account. Oh, wait, hang on. That's a good idea, but hang on. Am I supposed to do stuff? Wait, I can't drag anything. Oh, okay. I have to go listen. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. The listener. Wikipedia. I didn't know. Okay, so these headings are important too. So we've got reader, which is like gathering information. The listener, I think, is actual communication. So let's click on it and see what happens. That's me. Hey, you. Oh, wait. Hey, Josie. Oh, am I watching things in progress? I can't seem to find my credit card. I assume you took it, right? You got me, Sherlock. I'm in the middle of buying all of Bonton with that platinum card I lifted from your desk. Ooh. Can't stop me now. She must be really rich. Well, luckily for you, I don't mind you going on a splurge as long as you pick up some wine for dinner. This is the darling that she's in love with, or like her partner. Wine, what about Joseph Langley, my fearless attorney and all-round badass? Never mind this time. Probably just a business call from one of his favorite clients. Actually, yes, that is exactly what's going to happen. Very serious business, Cassandra. I thought as much. The plot thickens. Guess I better pick up shitloads of wine. You'll have to get this client of yours pretty buzzed to handle all that business. One bottle should be fine. She's a lightweight. Oh, whatever. I guess I should pick up some of those party pills from Big Pharma. A.k.a. my parents then. Tomorrow I have a D&D night. Oh, enjoy from 6 to 9. Fantastic. I'm glad to hear it. You should be doing all that stuff, Wikipedia, honestly. Also have not played yet. That's alright. We're both brand new. Maybe we can probably mess around with it together. Who knows? But I hope that is something that you will like. Hope that you will continue playing if that is, if that's the case. Seems like a pretty good game. I mean, zombies in open world, like you said before, I think it would be a good way to kill a few hours, And then she goes, "Oh, come on." Sorry, I go. What was I? No, that's the other guy. "Oh, come on. I was only teasing. Speaking of your parents, when are you going to tell them about us?" Yeah, maybe. Gotta go now. Text you later. Alright, so... Alright. Okay. So this is what I'm just taking a gamble. But I'm assuming... Okay, let's build some facts up. So the facts are, or the information we got is that she is the daughter of a rich person. She quit her previous job to focus on her career. So it's possible that she was trying to be like, her parents, but she decided to maybe there was too much pressure, so she decided to break away from it, and then she got into a whole bunch of strife with the police. She's an artist in a relationship, and I don't know about the address, but that's probably my fault. Or that might be the game's tutorial telling me like you gotta watch out for information. So if we go and look into the chat, there's a couple of things that we can get the data chunks from this. But the first one, that platinum card I lifted from your desk. Now, that could be important because it could talk about, it would have to be a record of stuff, right? So if she's buying stuff to supposedly start a thing, then it's all tied in. Like if you have a platinum card, you can buy whatever you want. You can buy materials for bombs, chemicals, whatever you need, right? If you're rich, you can buy a lot of stuff. So I would say that's important. What does Joseph Langley, my fearless attorney, have in this mind in this time? That's probably relating to maybe, because it says 4 minutes ago, right? Maybe that's in relation to what do you call it? Yeah, so maybe that's a key player as well. I don't know. And then the final one is Big Pharma, aka my parents. So where this would fit in. All right, we're going to put the platinum card, I think. I could be completely wrong. Stole a credit card. She stole a credit card of an unknown person. If you're able to find out who she was talking about, we could lock it for the owner. Okay. The unknown person being the person she's talking to, is that right? Okay. This one... yeah, why not? Related document. Nice, beautiful. She stole the credit card of a lawyer? Really? Well, what? We should be able to track the credit card of this Langley down and lock it for him. Okay, done. No, really, no need to thank me, Mr. Langley. You now have a profile for a related person. It can be accessed via the profile. Data chunks will only appear for targeted persons. It can only be extracted into the relevant profiles. Right, so if we go back... oh, there's one more. I'm going to put this one down because it's important we know her parents, right? They're not just entrepreneurs, they're pharmaceutical entrepreneurs. Watergate, that does ring a bell. Okay. I'm starting to get the hang of it, and I hope you guys are too. I hope that you realize this game is all about choosing the right information and making sure that it's relevant, right? So let's have a look. All right, if we go to products, we could, okay, this is the website, Watergate Pharmaceuticals. Probably the parents on this. Click on products, we see that the Watergate Pharmaceuticals enriches lives with our industry-leading range of products. making an important contribution to your well-being. In this case, the well-being being the mood-elevating medication, Metharin Blue. Below you will find a small selection of our most popular products. A Exotil, Compensum, Focusin, Forul, Metharin, Spirin, Zamarolin, and they all have different, like, quote-unquote benefits. For example, Compensum is an activating pill against migraines. Focusin is medication that increases concentration and cerebral performance. Oral is medication for the elevation of arthritic joint pain. Metharin is antidepressant to help stabilize emotions. So this is what the parents like dealing with. All right. Company says the name Watergate has been inseparable from progression, an improvement of pharmaceutical research for more than 80 years. Watergate Pharmaceuticals is one of the nation's leading companies in the area of medicine, and at the same time is the largest medication exporter to all. Oh, I didn't know that. Clay, supposedly. The business Watergate Pharmaceuticals Inc. has been in the hands of the Watergate family, owning and managing the firm ever since its foundation in 1931. So in other words, this family is super rich, right? Bruno Watergate, Chief Executive Officer, the CEO, is the grandson of our founder, Edgar Watergate. So, okay, it goes back in time. Obviously, there's like a even more important person that probably passed away. Apart from, wait, hang on. Wait, I'm pretty sure that's the father. Pretty sure. Bruno, related to Cassandra. Apart from working the family business, Watergate is also the founder of the Central Pharmacy Congress and head of the charity foundation Children of Pages. I don't know what that is. Dr. Alice Watergate, head of research in Dalal. Oh, okay. Dr. Alice, co-partner of the firm with her husband Bruno. Yeah, okay, so they're husband and wife. Holds a PhD in biology and chemistry. She leads the research and development laboratories here at Watergate Pharmaceuticals. Over here we have Cassandra. Carrying the family tradition to the next generation, Alice and Bruno's daughter, Cassandra, will soon be joining the executive ranks. Her business acumen and unique flair will write the next chapter. So she's the general CEO. That's important to know. Or she was a junior. Is that actually the same person? What? Oh, wait, hang on. What do you mean? Oh, like as in the pictures. Oh, yeah, it doesn't seem like it, does it? I mean, they both wear glasses, but that's pretty much it. The hair, the lips. Don't know about this, actually, guys. What do you think? Okay, really quickly, what are some of the jobs? Is currently looking for suitable candidates for the following position. Please address all applications to Josephine Marquette. There's the email. I'm assuming that is the building where they conduct business. So we've got Chief Operating Officer. We are urgently looking for a Chief Operating Officer to replace the retired formerly appointed predecessor. Okay, there's so much information. Oh my god. Seems to have an obvious disconnected relationship with her parents. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Question is, Wikipedia, why? Okay, so they're looking urgently for a COO, right? This is their expectations. So obviously there is a need for some sort of educated person, in this case master's degree, someone who can speak multiple languages, Yeah. Okay. All right. So the last related document, procedure closing raises manipulation suspicion. So it says here, investigation into the malicious injury of police officer has been dropped due to the lack of evidence. Speculated that the accused parents manipulated the trial. So this is wait. Or informs me you just encountered conflicted data chunks. Whenever the content of two data chunks are at odds, whenever the content of two data chunks are at odds, those will be shown as conflicted. When you extract one of the data chunks containing a conflict, the others will become invalid immediately. I highly recommend that you clarify the context of the conflict before you proceed, although this is your decision. Once the information has been passed, there is no way to reverse your choice. In other words, this is it. This is it, Dro. What was the product we saw on the first page of the pharmacy website? Oh, good question. This one? I'm assuming she might be a little delusional. Seeing her dressed as in Wonderland just beyond the rainbow or something. Yeah. I mean, I thought that was a metaphor. I could be wrong. But these are the conflicted pieces of information, right? It says the case that has been at the center of media attention for the last month has finally come to an end. Cassandra was acquitted. So basically she set free of the alleged assault against a police officer, with the case being closed due to lack of evidence, right? But if we look over here, the alleged assault, but then it says previously arrested for assault in the article. The other one is, meanwhile, the relatives of the victim expressed their disappointment on hearing the result of the lawsuit. They openly voiced their concerns that the wealthy family of the accused might have influenced the outcome. That might be the case because, you know, she has powerful connections to, you know, everyone. Like, for example, she's the daughter of, you know. Let's see what happens. Now this is severe accusation. Based on this, we could take action against her parents if we had their names. Alright, hang on. What about this one? The case being closed. Wait, show conflict? Okay, this might be it. Mood elevators. Actually might be a bit delusional. Yeah, you might be right. She might have like some sort of schizophrenia, maybe. I mean, she's an artist, so that could play a part in it. And who knows, right? She seems erratic. Like she liked the guy, and then now she doesn't seem to really dig him much. If you remember from the chat Wikipedia. But right now we have to figure out what this conflict is, right? So what can I do? Oh, sorry. I was already solved. Okay. Find info on the previous job. Cassandra mentioned she quit. Previous job. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we got to go back to here. Sorry. Go back to jobs. Oh, is that right? No. Go down. Previous job, yes. Junior CEO, yes. Carrying the firm, which is listen. So those are the names. Now we know her parents. We can begin investigating the corrupt allegations. Because what? Okay, hang on. Documents that you have already reviewed may be updated from time to time as events unfold. The reader will notify you of this. National Behold has just published a new article. You may want to take a look. I just want to can I drag this in? Because that was a previous job, junior COO. I guess that way everything stays in the family, correct. Being an artist and a junior CEO seems quite odd. She also mentioned she had quit a dull job, didn't she? Okay, this is the new article. Crime rates to drop. The Ministry of Security has presented latest numbers on crime statistics. Never before have there been so few violent crimes. Delacroix gave a conference earlier this morning. On Thursday morning, the Ministry of Security published a new crime statistic report for the preceding year. According to the report, the number of recorded criminal offences decreased by around 5%. The crime rates have been continuously declining over the past several years as a result of the implementation of the safety bill. Secretary of Security Catherine Delacroix appeared very pleased by these numbers and declared this development an outstanding result of successful safety policy. When confronted with the recent assault, she once again admitted the ambitious goals of the government have not yet been accomplished. Okay, what's the safety bill? Our principles put into action. So, crimes on the left and the dates on the bottom. So the higher the crimes, the worse it is. Now you can see it reached a peak of at 2008 of about almost 550, right? Then it started to decline when the safety bill was, so around 2009. Then 2 years after the safety bill was passed, you have the party elected to government. So then there's like this sharp decline and then a slight kind of slow decline of crimes. Okay, so there was a sharp one and then it became a slow one. The party is electing government. Let's see. The safety bill is a collection of safety-centered laws and statutes created with the ultimate goal to protect the freedom of the nation's citizens. Central to the safety bill is a simplified, sped-up process of taking investigative measures against criminal suspects and the prosecution, as well as the provision of an increased budget for safety-related expenses. The safety bill also paved the way for stricter regulations concerning immigration and general travel into or transiting through the nation. It has also become mandatory to inform employers whenever an applicant or employee is an ex-convict or otherwise. So, okay, that makes sense. So they're trying to piggyback off that, what do you call it, this safety bill. Yeah. That's a lot of information. Oh, okay. So the terrorist incident of 2008 was the terrible consequence of the premature retreat of our troops from Pages, a region torn by a civil unrest. To fix our predecessors' mistakes, the party, when it was elected in 2009, made preparations to send soldiers and to fight back. After the party's peacekeeping mission had been signed in 2011, our troops were sent off to the neighboring country to perform tasks like first aid, rebuilding, upholding law, and police. Due to a recent stabilization in the Pages, we have been able to reduce the number of station forces while leaving the overall goals of the peacekeeping mission intact. let's look at the party. Oh. Okay. So if we go down to jobs. Oh, is this it? Oh, here we go. We are urgently looking for a chief operating officer to replace the retired formerly appointed predecessor. So she was... to replace the retired. Or maybe I was wrong, nothing stays in the family. This is probably what she meant by quitting her job. Currently I'm thinking that Miss Watergate underwent quite a radical change. Let's find out what happened in between these two lives of hers. What may have caused this radical shift. Alright. Oh, is that the right one? Let me think about this. So, since the safety bill has come into effect, the total number of acts of crime decreases. Still ongoing. Now, currently, I think it's 2017 in the game, I believe. The bill was passed, the party was elected in 2011. But it was made in 2009. The party looks to be like, the party looks to try and act, I think, in a good manner. But perhaps there's an ulterior motive? Could there be? Apparently there's something else here that I need to... Oh, we finally got a birthday. Sorry, I'm reading. Maybe bipolar, don't know just yet, but the legal case closure seems highly viable. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Conjack says, hi everyone, it's me again. I just pretty out my profile. Oh nice. What do you mean profile? Oh, you're talking about this, right? So you talking about the game or profile or your profile? Alright, there we go. This is what you want. Look at this. Activism. It says it right there. What a lineup. Yeah. So she's kind of like... I don't think that's right. 1992, right? Oh no. Then she would be quite young. Wait. 92, 2002... 2002, 2012, so she's 20 in the game. She's 25, I think, 24 or 25 years old. All right, so she likes these things, right? Let's have a look. I'm curious about this. The targets. She likes the targets. She likes Target apparently. She likes Target apparently. She likes to go shopping. Right. Painting. Alice in Wonderland. Oh, wait a minute. Wonderland. Coincidence or not? Anyway. So what is this? It's kind of like a twit thing. Yeah, it looks like a twit. It looks like a twit. Twitter. Cassandra is... Oh, sorry. Kanjaki said now my Twitch profile. Ooh, let me have a look. Quick. You prettied it up, eh? Let's take a look at Konjak's profile. Gal is... What's this pink zebra thing, Konjak? I like it though. Very pretty. And your profile, what is your profile of? I can actually hack your profile. Did you know that? Did you know that? Oh, I can... Okay. It's interesting. Oh, I can't go higher. Oh, okay. Fair enough. There's probably a limit to the size that you can see. Still? Really? Okay. Okay, so hey, did you draw that by the way? That's pretty cool. I thought it was demon K-pop demon on this for a second though. Sorry. All right. Wikipedia. Cassandra is such a confusing person. You're telling me, man. Who is this Jake? They seem to be familiar with each other. I'm glad you're following Wikipedia because it is this whole thing's so messed up. So okay, we started with Cassandra. Now she got arrested because she attacked a police officer. Now you would only attack a police officer. Oh, let's talk about it, right? Like recently, there's been this whole issue with ice, but I don't know. It gets messy when it gets to that stage, you know. But anyway, she attacked someone in authority, so she's obviously anti-police. So she obviously has this rebellious, crazy thing about her. But still, I'm not too sure. Let's have a look at the style again. This is Garu style. Ooh. What is Garu style again? I've heard of that. Is that like a Japanese thing? Like kind of like oh, there's like a specific name for like females who tan their skin. I can't remember what it's called, but you see like they're really like tanned, like super like chocolatey. Wikipedia says 2 reasons to mess with the police: either got radicalized or you're just brazenly crazy. There's a lot of information. But let's see what we have so far. Okay, so the background: she was a CEO for the family company that sells medicine. Parents may have closed the target person's criminal case by illegal means. She's the daughter of we talked about that. Quit previous job to focus on our career. Yep. That's probably where the radicalization probably happened, and she was arrested. So yeah, that's probably why. So she has an interest in all that. She stole a credit card from the attorney, and in her chat with her lover, we found out that she doesn't really like him. But she does seem to trust him. Oh no, maybe she does probably like him, but like she doesn't want to tell her parents about it. Is that so? She seems pretty like, it's probably because the parents are like so rich or something, and they probably have a high position, right? Yeah. That's my guess. Okay, I think let's go back to this. All right. All right. There's 2. Wait, hang on. Is that 2? It's 2. All right. So we're trying to look for clues, information. Sorry. Cassandra Watergate posted on March the 1st, 2007. When did the attack happen? Like a month later, right? Whoa! First aid, freedom, far away from the shackles of Watergate Farmer. Ended up getting 12 likes, 2 comments. Jake Clefton. What? Who's going to pay for your stuff now? Yeah, listen, Jake, I'm not daddy's little girl anymore. I already got me a lot of money. More than enough to pay all my bills. Don't you worry about me. I think Cassandra posted on the 29th. Oh, so it's going backwards in time, right? So there was a bit of a gap between post. She goes, despised puppets of the state, you have finally managed to destroy us entirely. There is nothing left to do but to congratulate you. These are my personal wishes to you and from the deepest abyss of my heart. Oh, F all of you government lackeys. But she's you know, well, Miss Watergate, we aren't too fond of you either. Notice how he says we, as in the government. Mary Bly replied to her, sweetie, what is the matter? That totally doesn't sound like you. We haven't hung in ages. You gotta get out from time to time. Mary, just shut your mouth. Conflicting data. I'm not in the mood for your stupid act. I told you again and again, I cannot deal with this right now. Oh, you know what? I'm really sorry that I still care about my best friend, no matter how often she decides to give me the cold shoulder. But in that case, that's in the past now. So, this is the conflicting data. So, wait a minute. Broken friendship would be here, right? Why is that conflicting though? Oh, creates a new profile. I'm not understanding. Wait. With an unknown data chunk. Oh, we have to. Oh, okay. I got it now. Okay. Let's read it. So we can't do anything just yet, I don't think. Cassandra says she changed her status. Cassandra's in a relationship with Joseph Langley. What? Alright, so the guy that she stole the credit card off is Joseph Langley, her own attorney. Might be noteworthy. That I'm pretty sure that's the guy. That's the guy that she's going out with, right? She posted on August the 10th, 2016. The poller actually wrote about me being freaking redeemed of this stuff. But surprise, surprise, I had to mention the speculations of my parents buying me out. Yeah, makes the click counts go boom, doesn't it? National procedure closing. Okay, we read this, didn't we? The investigation of the malicious injury of police has been closed due to lack of evidence. Speculations raised over manipulation by the parents of the accused. At least you're redeemed now. Want to blow off steam together? Not today, I have a date. Case closed. Mary... Oh, sorry. Congratulations, I've never had any doubts about it. Harrison comes in. Kiddo, you're my heroine. In both the heroic and the drug way. 1,000 cams on the plaza. Oh, interesting. But no proof. We've shown the world this dirty surveillance machinery only exists to intimidate and to mislead. Cancer safety? One big lie. The concept was amazing. So amazing that I just had to give my hair a little makeover. What happened to your beautiful hair? Why didn't you ask me before going to a stylist? Jay Clifton goes, Cassie's going punk. Looks nice. That's clever. So henceforth, Cassandra shall be known to the world as Cassathis. I don't think that's important. That's the spirit, kiddo. I invite you to our little activist group. Alright, that's pretty... Yeah. Is there anything more specific? Alright, listener, something's happening here. Just discovered this hot new band. Punk's not really my style. They're not just some punks. Their lead singer is a real cutie and they have this cool guitarist. Plus they got a message. That makes sense. This is all making sense. Ooh la la, wee wee. Mary, my best friend of all times. Oh, I see what it means. So, when it goes yellow, there's data chunks within the same document which do not match up, or like don't coincide or make sense. If you choose one, the other one, it's like a paradox, I guess. So here's the thing though, right? I gotta choose one, I believe, because this Mary woman might have the key to understanding what's happening. Let me read this. Wikipedia says, can you check who liked and commented on her post? I wish I could, but you know, I can't. Hey Marty, how are you? Found you on the homepage. Homepage? What homepage? What's the homepage? Are you talking about Twitch homepage or? How you doing, man? Oh, but woman, sorry, I don't know. I'm just assuming. Ricky says, well now we found the terrorist cell. It's always a little activist group, turns out they're planning to follow the president. I'm telling you, this is how it all starts. Like, so Cassandra has this friend, right? Then she gets into some music, and then she makes this comment saying, like, she changes her hair, which is, I guess, a side effect of going to a concert, you know? Because that's what happens. You want to look cool, right? She even admitted she liked the singer or something. And so Juliet's like, and they're just kind of like, you know. And then Harrison goes, well, that's the spirit. And then this happens. Something, yeah. Okay, and then things don't go too well with her bestie. I just don't know which one to choose though. Broken friendship? Yeah, I'd say broken friendship, right? Or should I go best friend? I don't know. What do you guys reckon? What do you guys reckon? Mary, where are you from, bro? Sorry, I am totally in the zone right now. Game is actually surprisingly good. Didn't expect a text-based game to like. Yeah, sorry. I'm just thinking about this a little bit. Probably best friend or worse, or broken friendship. I'd say broken friendship. I'd say that one. Yeah, broken friendship. Just shut your mouth, woman. How sad. Yeah, you know, it happens. I could be wrong though. But there's something in this which maybe I missed before. Oh, I didn't click on these properly. Damn it. Didn't notice that the top bits. Right. Alright, it says here the party, our 5 pillars for a great nation. Safety, economy, values, migration, and education. We firmly believe in strict safety regulations and mechanisms to preserve the life and well-being of every individual. A strong economy equals a strong society. Our cultural origins, as well as the significance of family, must be cherished. Wait. Okay, I mean, migration, gating immigration from and intervening foreign countries are necessities to uphold law. This is kind of what's happening in America, I think, at the moment, trying to figure out stuff. Rock solid education are the foundations of a future. Alright, let's see the people. We got Blaine, Robert Blaine, He's a member of the party. He's the leader. In the fourth generation, when the surprising death of the previous leader, Miss Goddard, left. Surprising death left Mrs. Goddard left behind a power vacuum. It was the young Robert who stepped up. We'll take initiative where possible. Arthur Scott Gallagher, Secretary of Economy and Trade. One of the most seasoned members of the party is in charge of this. As such, he is directly responsible for reduced tax levels for big and medium-sized corporations, as well as the resulting decline of unemployment rate. Catherine Delacroix, the Ministry of Security dedicated to the purpose of improving the nation's safety on the interior, was formed directly after elections in 2009. Delacroix was subsequently granted the position of the first Secretary of Security. She's best known for the inception of the safety bill. Oh, she's the one. She's the one. Because her role is Secretary of Security, right? So she passed this bill. Peter is the Secretary of Defense. The Commander-in-Chief of the nation's forces do not tire to stress the importance of stability in the nation's neighboring countries. To that end, he created the Pages peacekeeping mission, which is over here. The terrorist incident of 2008 was terrible. Was the terrible consequence of the premature retreat of our troops from Pages by the order of the previous government. To fix our predecessors' mistakes, the party, so when elected, immediately made preparations to send our highly reliable soldiers back to safeguard the region. After the Pages peacekeeping mission had been signed, our troops were sent off to perform various tasks like aiding, rebuilding, I read this already before, I remember. Due to a recent stabilization, we have been able to reduce the number of station forces while leaving. Okay, so just saying, trying to maintain the goal. Like this guy over here. Peter. Just make sure on the prevention. Okay. What else we got? Participate. Touch on this. All right. Well, let's go to the listener. Let's check out what's happening. Joseph Langley. Hey, did you hear about the Freedom Plaza bombing? Plaza bombing. Yeah, don't remind me. You know I have a history with that place. Come on, give me the juice. Give me the juice. Already screwing me up enough that I have to catch a bus from there every day. Too many bad memories, and now I was there just moments before this happened. Ugh, I never should be gone to that damn protest. Darling, you don't need to justify yourself to anyone, especially not me. I was so happy when Goldfells accepted me into thought. I would desperately want to go to prove my worth to the cause. Goldfeld is the other guy, right? Think of it this way, if you would have gone to the protest, then you would never have been wrongfully indicted, and then we would have never met. Yeah, and I would not have been called a terrorist in all the papers. You are not a terrorist, okay? Anyway, you sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, damn it. What? Your card's not working here. Can't buy anything. Have you gone bankrupt or something? Oh, has he? Unless you went on a serious shopping spree, there should be plenty of money. I guess we'll have to go without wine. Dot. Here's the thing. I've got an appointment tonight, It's surprisingly out of schedule. I can't postpone it. You've got to be kidding me. I'm very sorry, darling. We'll see each other tomorrow. You always have an appointment. Appointment here, appointment there, appointment everywhere. How can you constantly do this to me? Darling, please just calm down. Are we taking your methadone? There we go, Ricky. There we go. Yes, damn it. Is this the only thing that matters to you? That I'm on happy pills all day? Darling, please. There's nothing like that, and you know it. So I keep my mouth shut whenever you leave me hanging? If I don't show up at this appointment, I risk losing a very important client. Fine. Don't you understand that? No, I totally understand. Don't you risk losing that very important client of yours now? Cassie. Don't be like that. I get it. I guess I'm not I'm just not an important client anymore. Oh, come on, Cassie. Going home now, in case I'm getting up on that priority list of yours anytime soon. Please. I'm telling you. This is yeah, you know it. So the methadone stuff, have you taken your methadone? I mean, this is important. Because it affects her decision making abilities, right? Alright. So Goldfell's accepted me, so that would relate to an activist group. Yeah, Thought is the name of that group. Maybe this is what influenced her. Ooh. We should find something that shows her current attitude and see if we can follow the right person. I'm not sure about this one. Let's see. Meaning her presence there before the bombing could be a coincidence after all. I'll reserve my thoughts until you find more evidence. Okay, products. So this is the methadone that you were referring to, Wikipedia. It is a happy pill, basically. And there's many things that can make it good for you. For example, coughing, help with coughing or headaches, concentration. It's an antidepressant. That's important. That's important. Because she might be emotionally unstable. Yo. Yo. Thanks for that, by the way, Wikipedia. Appreciate that. She's reliant on this medication. Looking at what you have extracted so far, we're dealing with a potentially dangerous personality. I wouldn't indicate that to law enforcement. Show us. So what happens now? She's a whole bunch of stuff. An artist who, takes drugs. Is part of an activist group called Thought. It used to have a really good job, and now, she's depressive, opposes the government, catches the bus, stole a credit card. That's like the act of stealing itself is pretty bad. Her relationship with Joseph is falling apart. Co-member of Thought. So there's like a lot of different things. So if best friend is that, like, no, don't want to talk to you. So what do we do now? Is that it? Assess the... Oh, okay, assess Cassandra's attitude towards the assault. So what do we do? Oh, I'm back. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So what are we doing? Oh, you can actually see a bit of the profile for each person that she interacts with. That's pretty cool. Hmm. What do I do? Let's see. I really don't want to go for each one. It's kind of doesn't help at all. Do I have to do something? What am I doing? How do I... How do I push on with this? Unless I go escape. Oh. What do I do? Oh, is it? No. So, hmm. Alright guys, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Alright, back into it. Back into it. Hello. Alright. So, we need to assess. Can I everything here? Yeah, you can hear everything. Alright, we need to assess. How? So, it says assess Cassandra's attitude towards the assault or violence in general, right? We can do that by and we are back. Hey, computer. Glad you're staying in tune. I had to take a break because my brain was getting frazzled. There was just sometimes you just need to stand up, you know, and do like a little bit of a, you know, like a stretch or whatever. You know what I mean. It's good to take breaks anyway. They say that. They used to say that in the manual. Like when you would buy a game, they say you must take a break every hour or something like that. And lo and behold, it does. It kind of makes sense, right? I don't know how streamers, like professionals, like they do it for like you know what I mean? Those marathon people. Let's see. There's gotta be something. I don't know. I'm trying to assess, but I don't know what to press. This is kind of annoying. Me don't know. Me don't know. Me do not know. Me would like to know. Okay, Cassandra, it's time. Wait, hang on, wait. I would like to assess you right now. I hate it when games do this. It's so annoying. It's like annoying because you're trying to just logically proceed, but you can't. Because, like, why? Why? See, I'm gonna write this in my review, man. It's gonna be like, you know, the story was pretty good. I became involved and digested all the information, but cannot proceed because it was not clear. It was not clear. Alright, let me see. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, that's a new portrait. What? Oh, that'll do it. This will be the final nail in the coffin. So apparently you can still add stuff, which is nuts. Oh wait, you said, can we add the... Oh wait. Maybe this was it. Maybe, no? No? There might be something here. Stop. Okay, go back. Alright. Case closed. Julian. Harrison O'Donnell. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, sorry. Why did I miss this one? Okay. I thought that wasn't important though. An alias name. You know, people on the web, so many names, so many identities. Yeah. I mean, I can't relate to that. Everyone knows me as Isoleaf, so, you know. We don't know. We would like to know. Yeah, we would. We like donuts though. I wonder, like, honestly, how many identities there are actually on the internet right now. I'm gonna take a guess. Like, I think it's clearly in the billions. Maybe, probably. There's got to be a definite number on it, but I'm sure there's a lot of identities. It's always, oh, I didn't read that. I was clicking too quick. I was clicking too fast. Something is always good to. Anyway, I'll catch on replay. All right, let's have a look at this website. The thoughts are free. If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. That is so profound. That is so profound. Oh crap. Hang on. I was meant to take a screenshot of that. There you go. Let's read that again. Alright, let's process this together, guys. If liberty means anything at all, so, okay, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. The right to tell people what they do not want to hear. You gotta sink that. Let that sink. Alright? Let that sink. Welcome to the Thought Blog. Pick an entry below. Oh my god, there's gonna be a lot. Alright, we'll go entry 1. Even though it's private and forbidden due to the privacy settings. Okay. Archive articles are only available from direct links, not from the front page. So we need to find a way around to get to this page. What is that? Hang on. Sorry, what is that? Anyway, ask an admin of the blog to provide you with a direct link. Again, all right. Everything is like archived except for the first one. Okay, freedom. So let's have a look. Freedom is on free, and then you can see it's published in September 2016 by our favorite lady, Cassandra, Crazy Cassandra, Cassathis. It's cams everywhere, even at the Freedom Plaza. Is it just me, or is it more than just a little ironic? You probably all know me as either that bluehead punk, stupid, or anti-governmental terrorist. These are only some of the names I've been called during the criminal investigation against me. That was just because in the middle of the chaos, someone believed to have seen me hurt a police officer. Oh. It never even occurred to anybody that it wasn't me. We were there because we wanted a peaceful protest. We have always been against violence. Okay, one would assume that in an age where there are cams everywhere, it should be easy to prove whether I was at all involved or not. But it wasn't. It took weeks of investigative custody to figure out that the cam footage was actually not clearly showing anything at all, which raises the question, why are there so many cams in the first place? The answer is intimidation only. You keep calm, quiet, and careful when there are cameras around. Or you fear that there are cameras where you cannot see. When founding this blog years ago, Abraham predicted pretty much this for all of the web, and now it's in our real lives too. We have been brought to the Freedom Memorial since we were kids at school. We were told lavish tales about the founders of the nation, told to show national pride. And I know what you're thinking now. This thing is damn ugly. What is that donut even? We're just talking about donuts, actually. The let freedom ring? But the statement behind this ridiculously enormous heap of stones should be clear. In the middle of the capital, there is a symbol of freedom. Comprehensible symbolism for everyone, isn't it? With the cameras there, this is now the plaza of unfreedom. Ugh. I like what she did there. Coincidence? I don't know. Alright, Abraham predicted pretty much this for all the way. Let's see what he predicted. Are thoughts still free? Published by Goldfells. The what's his name? Who's Goldfells again? I forget. Goldfells. This guy. A co-member of Thought. I think he was in the chat, the Twitter thing. I propose to consider the question, are our thoughts still free? While this might seem to be a surprising question, in our current world of ever-growing digital surveillance, yeah, good point, freedom of thought is no longer self-evident. There's a German folk song called There is a German folk song. Someone, I think the police found I think several hours earlier, like there was some sort of letter. And then it had this song, I think. Well, translated anyway. But it goes like this. Thoughts are free, who can guess? They fly by like nocturnal, Thoughts are free, who can guess? They fly by like nocturnal shadows. No man can know them, no hunter can shoot them. With powder and lead, thoughts are free. With powder and lead. There's obviously some... Anyway, I think what I want and what delights me still always reticent. I think that's how you say it. Reticent or reticent. And as it is suitable, my wish and desire no one can deny me. And so it will always be thoughts are free. And if I'm thrown into the darkest dungeon, all these are futile works. Because my thoughts tear all gates and walls apart, thoughts are free. When I was still young, long before I immigrated into the nation, I believe this to be a universal truth, that there are no borders for thoughts and no rules for what is or is not allowed to be thought. This was not because I thought people should be so tolerant, not at all. Instead, I simply held it dear that nobody except for ourselves really knows what is going on in our heads until we choose to reveal it. Yesterday, a question crossed my mind. If the increasing interconnectedness of humans via modern technology serves more and more as a collective memory and brain of our society, and there is an institution that is capable of monitoring every bitstream of it, how can thoughts still be free? Is it not likely that we will communicate only under great mental reservation to hold on to our knowledge? Which means, as a final consequence, will we stop thinking? When I think of the increasingly aggressive operations of the surveillance machinery in the nation, I truly fear the answer to this question. That is why I created this blog. I want to encourage alternatives to the total control and safety bigotry of this digital world. Yours sincerely, A. Goldfells. So a guest wrote in response, "Hey Goldfells, interesting name by the way. Just stumbled upon your new blog and there's some truths you can tell here. The web was born in the sense of the ultimate freedom to be who you want to be. Express yourself, wasn't it? Now the government has come to threaten this with the real name policies. Save your IP so that it can look up who you are, so you don't say anything wrong. About time someone did something. Well, if you didn't have one before, you just gain yourself your first follower." Goldfells in response said, "Frankly, I am surprised to find someone here at all. I thought nobody would ever find this blog at all. Thank you very much for your kind words. And yes, I'm very delighted to have a first follower, in quotation marks. Hello admin, I like your things too. Could you one but now even more? To get a service on search engine optimization independent others go." Alright, so it looks like a spam right there. Interesting. So this is his profile. Articles 5, members, you know, blah, blah, blah. Administrator. Okay. Let's... Sorry, we click on it, didn't we? So do you reckon Goldfells could have been the one that started the bomb? Possibly. Potentially. Now here's the thing, right here. Actually, we have a few more things we can look at, but for now, could this be fake? Like, apparently there's a conflict with an unknown data chunk, which must be somewhere in this article. If you go to Casarthis, her util is that, which matches up. She last logged in April, articles 1. Okay. We always been okay, so let me see. Adverse attitude towards violence. Why can't I show the conflict though? That's weird. We'll come back to that one. Cassandra's timeline. Let's go. Here we go. Ah, finally someone who has the grit and explosives to show how futile surveillance is. There was a conflict with another data in entry 9 freedom is unfreedom. So we got to choose one. We got to decide whether this is the data chunk we want in the game. I'm going to have a hard time. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean... Because we want a piece or protest. I don't know. Doesn't seem like the bomber is her. Heroic backwater break. No worries. This is like the bomber is her. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's true. Like she is depressive and she has like stuff. She stole a credit card. She's a bit crazy, but I don't know if she's violent necessarily. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you're right. Probably. Mm. Yeah, just because she arrested someone doesn't necessarily mean she is. She cooperated. That's the thing. So that's interesting. I gotta make a decision. Hmm. Yeah, like she's definitely crazy for sure. Like to the point of maybe siding too much on one side of the political spectrum. But I don't think she is violent necessarily. Like to that point. If we go back to A Thought Still Free, which is written by Goldfells, we know that the letter was sent. So when you make that decision to send a letter that reflects your deeper values, it's obviously a very sensitive thing for that person to do, right? So they don't just send it to anyone, they send it specifically by targeting someone's emotions. That can lead to pretty bad stuff. Almost like emotional blackmail. She doesn't seem to be like that. She's petty though. She likes to buy a lot of things and that's about it. And she seems a bit spoiled, because but I don't think she is the type to, because she was interested in this organization just recently. Like if you look at the, blah blah blah, and they saw a band and right, and she goes, 1,000 cams in the past, but no proof. We've shown the world this. Okay, I'm gonna go with Wikipedia's. Yeah, Ricky. Hey, welcome back, by the way. Glad you can join. Hope you had a good water break. Are you enjoying it in the game so far? It's alright? Really? I wouldn't think it was your kind of game. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong about that, but I'm glad you are. Do you like the format of it? Like, it's all done in a browser, and then it's like the graphics aren't that like graphicy. It's not like a demanding game or anything like that. What do you like most about the game so far? I have a feeling she's alright. She's not. Let's see what this was. Yeah, it doesn't. It kind of conflicts because she, she in this article she goes, we were there because we wanted a peaceful protest, and then she goes, finally someone who had the grit and explosives to show how futile surveillance is. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, you like the music? If it's nice, I like. Cool. It is actually just. And I if I ever do a review on this, I would definitely mention that the water. You know, I mean, sorry, the water, the music. Why did I say water? Maybe I thought that the music sounded like water, like it's flowing, it's nice and calm, but also like mysterious too. I've taken liking to the investigative part of the game. Cool. Reading into things and connecting dots. Nice. If you like that kind of thing, then this is it. Mind you, like if you did end up playing this game, like you may, I mean, hope we can all support the developers in that sense. But if someone gave it to you for free, or if you just found a copy of it lying somewhere, I would say you could read into it just like I am right now, but like in a different way. Like you definitely really like connect dots. I'm just doing it on a surface level, but trying to reach some sort of I don't know, independence, I suppose. Anyway, enough jabba. We're going to decide now. So, is she innocent? I mean, sorry, does she like violence or does she not like violence? She doesn't like the government. That we know. But will she go that far? I mean, she's already admitted. Finally, someone had the grit and explosives to show how futile surveillance is. Then her response was, really? I mean, Jake's response was, really? You're laughing at people getting killed? Are you out of your mind? No response, obviously, so. Let me see this conflict again, because like it's she claims that she didn't. I mean, she claims that she didn't hurt the police officer. So. Hang on. Oh man, this is a tough one. I'm gonna have to make a choice. Finally, someone who had the grit. Now she sounds a bit delirious. I don't think she really true. She could, maybe it was the drugs talking or something, but I think, let me see, April 13th. Hang on. Maybe we can make some connections here. I have an idea. Let's go to the listener. April 13th was the last time she had a talk with Joseph. So something about like Joseph saying, did you take your meds? Have you taken your methadone? Yes, damn it. That was April 13th. Whereas the reader, she posted this on the 13th as well. I think it's the drugs. I honestly do. I think she's going through depression, and so that's probably creating some issues. So I will say this. I'm gonna go for it. I could be completely wrong, but I'm gonna go for this one. So let's do it. Oh no. Uh-oh. Julia Carrington. Let's see. I would say violent character. Okay. Alright. Oh, this is gonna reveal it. This is gonna be it. Oh my god. Okay, Juliet says, "Hey Cassie." Hi Jules. Cassie, I just wanted to know. Your post and timelines about this assault. Who's Juliet again? I forgot. Anyway. Really, Jules? You're not gonna preach to me about this stupid post, are you? You really shouldn't write something like that. No. I just wanted to know what's wrong, Cassie. It's nothing. Just between the two of us. I just had to let off, steam, It's because of what happened, isn't it? Yeah, and lots of other crap today. This bombing started all of this crap again, what I did? What happened there? It wasn't your fault? Cassie, you hurt that officer to save me, and you succeeded. You mustn't forget about that. That was so brave. How can it not have been my fault? I smashed the freaking skull of a father of 2 children. Okay. Well, maybe she did. Maybe I got this wrong. Who knows what happened? What would have happened if you hadn't stopped him? This is why you really should remove this post. I feel like an asshole. The worst kind of asshole. I might be free, but not rightly so. I'm not innocent. I'm not innocent. Okay, see, nobody's innocent. You have to let go. Oh. I have to decide now. Because I'm going I might as well just go with what I initially went for, which was the peaceful route. So the conflict here is that Julia is saying, Cassie, you hurt that officer to save me, right? You hurt that officer to save me. So she's seeing it in a positive light, where this woman's going, Juliet, I smashed the skull of a father. Admitted guilt towards Juliet Carrington for having injured a police officer, even though her has an adverse attitude towards violence. So I'm a bit like, yeah, this is a bit tricky as well. But based off the things, I don't know. Oh, had a alias name suggested. So Juliet is the woman who was part of the. I think she's part of the thought group. I think. Sorry. Is that right? Anyway, and Juliet was the one that suggested a name, a username. She likes to steal stuff. Well, obviously she tried to steal stuff from there. Catharsis, right? In a rage. Okay, fair enough. To protect Juliet. Was it to protect? Wait. Wait, I forgot. Actually forgot what happened. So we go back to the bomb. Oh, sorry, not is it that one? No, it's oh yeah, this one. The suspect was arrested on site. This is the report. This is from the official police report. So the charge was assault on police officer. All right. So this is the thing. Cassandra was arrested on site after Officer Franklin had been struck by an unknown object and became unresponsive. The protesters at the origin of the assault were forcibly removed, where the suspect was found kneeling and weeping on the ground. When asked to lay on the ground with her hands behind her back, the suspect cooperated. This leads me to believe that she just was, you know, but it doesn't say whether she wanted, like, I don't know if this was, you heard the officer to save me. Like, okay, I'm gonna probably say that. I'm gonna, yeah. But she openly admitted to such a violent act. This is perfect. We can arrest her and open the investigation. Very good work. The intervention team is already on its way. We'll need to wait for confirmation. Next stop, Wonderland, right? Just kidding. Next time, be careful with providing the wrong data, though. In Mrs. Watergate's case, it's not a problem to get her address with the help of local police, due to a former record. Okay, let's see. It's donezo. I hope so. I thought about what you said. Maybe you're right. I should take the post down. It'd be better, believe me. Wait a second, someone's at the door. Be right back. Oh. Yikes. 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 By the way, can you imagine, like, you're typing and all of a sudden you just don't know what's happening on the other side? By the way, how's your boyfriend? You're still together? You haven't been talking about him all that much lately. Well, not as much as before. Hello? Are you still there? Is he? Dang. That's scary, huh? I'd be freaked out if that happened, you know? Like, and all of a sudden, like, you know, they just come barging through and, you know, it's like, what? Bro, I was just drinking, I was just having a nice, you know, dessert. Like, just watching Attack on Titans, bro, what are you doing? Alright, I'll inquire if all went well with arresting Miss Watergate. You did a good job in any case. Thank you. We did a good job. Although we have no proof she's involved in the bombing, we might be able to question her. And with the admission of guilt, she'll probably serve some time. Okay, I just received confirmation that she's down in custody. I'm curious about this thought group though, whether they... Oh god. No. Take a look at the news. Breaking news, 2 dead after second explosion. Explosion at the Stelligan University campus kills 2 students. Is there a connection to yesterday's assault? Explosion, oh my god. That's horrible. 2 dead, similar approach, same letter found. So these assaults are connected. That means she wasn't the one. Maybe, I don't know. So these assaults connected. And as if that wasn't enough already, Miss Watergate was in custody at the time. So that's her out of the picture, at least for this attack. This complicates matters massively, so much for our simple test case. I need to speak to my superiors, see how we are to proceed given these extenuating circumstances. You did good today. You can log off and get some rest. By clicking the button on the top right of the desktop, try and get some sleep. I have a feeling the next few days are going to be trying at best. Are you sure you want to finish your work for today? Actually, I want to check something. What exactly happened at the thing? Half an hour ago, an explosion occurred at the university, Bonton University. Now, Bonton, remember, is, I believe, the city we're in. According to latest reports, it killed 2, with a further 3 injured. According to your unconfirmed statements, the city administration office received an anonymous letter just minutes prior to the detonation, which again contained the first 3 stanzas of the German folk song, also free. Exactly like the letter received before the assault on the Freedom Plaza Day. Alright, that's all I wanted to check, so I'm good. Is it wrong to not like Sims? Why? Why? Oh, he seems a bit too insensitive? Not a good place to be seeing this happen, I know. You are absolutely right. There's something... I don't know if I trust Sims. Like, there's not much backstory given to him. He's just like this advisor guy. And I'm an investigator. I'm doing all the hard work and he's like sort of making the final... Kind of like the final judgment calls. Could be AI, it could be like a robot or something, you know. Anyway, we completed episode 1. We have learned the following. A severe assault occurred. Cassandra was there. There was hints of involvement of an activist group called Thought. There was a second assault connected to the first, but it suggested Cassandra was either not the only perpetrator or not involved at all. She has been criminally charged with injury. She's an artist. The former criminal case may have been closed due to an illegal intervention by her parents. She's in a relationship with her lawyer. She seems to have undergone a radical change. Collected data shows a potentially dangerous personality and more thorough case. So, I don't know. It's hard to... Early days. She admitted injuring that police officer. But whether she did the... you know... I'm not going to continue, but I'm curious. A place where there's no darkness. I'm going to stop it here. Welcome back. I met with my superiors. They believe in the capability of Orwell. My superiors agree with me. Based on the information you have already extracted, the activist group known as Thought is worth investigating. It seems that this Goldfels is an important member. You now have clearance. Now that Goldfels is a target person, there may be new data chunks available. Don't forget to recheck the sources. Alright, no worries. Alright. Oh, season 2. Nice. Well, that, ladies and gentlemen, was a good game. Interesting, very interesting game, but who knows? There's so many, like, you know, untied, loose endings. That's the phrase I was looking for. Loose endings. IQ plus 30 after yeah, I totally agree with that. I feel like we both got a little bit smarter, you know. But yeah, that's it. That's it for tonight, I think. That's enough. Right, Wikipedia. Enough for one night. Enough craziness. Good game. I would say it's unexpectedly engaging. Like I didn't find the pacing too bad. There's probably one part where I was like, oh, like, because I was fed with this mechanic where every time I see a red star, I would click on it, right? Because that would be a unfinished kind of source of information. I think at one point I did find something where it kind of slowed me down a little bit, but that's probably because I was maybe not looking in the wrong place. Maybe the game wanted me to be more practical with certain things or something like that. Maybe I don't have that investigative brain just yet, but maybe the more I play it, the better the better it becomes for me as a player. But gotta keep in mind, like this is a game. After all, it's not a real thing, but it's based off like real life scenarios. So if that's the case, then I should treat it like a real thing. I don't know. It's hard to really say. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you again for sticking by. And thank you to Konjac as well for dropping in. And to anyone else, I think I had a new viewer. Really nice. Drop by. And that's what it's all about. Checking out new games. I'm so happy that you do. I hope it's not too boring. Like it's I do a lot of talking though. Is it alright? You can be honest. Maybe I can improve on something. This kind of game does require a lot of talking though. Like that's why I was talking, because no talking. It's like, what am I going to just like sit there and go, just read it? I don't feel like that's the way this. If this game was meant to be streamed, I don't think that's the way it should be. Portrayed on stream. It should be spoken, acted slightly, slightly acted, not overacted. I don't think I could do Cassie. Too calm for that. But maybe if you give me, I don't know, a partner who I end up stealing, send the credit card from. Maybe if you give me parents who are owned a pharmaceutical company. Maybe if you, gave me the opportunity to change my hair to blue after seeing a punk rock concert and then being influenced by these random people from an activist cult, maybe I'd be able to do it. Maybe I'd be able to pull off a Cassie. But I'm just going to be me, ISO. So, anyway, thank you, Rika Peter. Appreciate it. And thank you to all who tuned in. This is it. Until next time, which will be tomorrow. Take care. And watch the replay or share it with your mates. Until then, bye-bye. And all well is watching.